Welcome to Marvelicious Toys. We bring you news and reviews of Marvel toys, statues, and more. Because not all Marvel collections can be bagged and boarded. They're not just toys, they're Marvelicious.
Last weekend, before Civil War, the weekend leading in was Indiana Comic-Con, and I'm walking around and I'm like, okay, there's an XM statue. All right, this guy has some unusual stuff. There's the Spider-Man brand new premium format. All right, a whole bunch of Bowen. Nice, nice. What is that? Hello. It's a Spider Gwen quarter scale statue.
And both of us are frantically going, who makes that? Do you know who makes that? What's going on? I've never seen that one before. That's not Sideshow. It's definitely not Sideshow. And like, the two of us are just going, like, our minds are going like a mile a minute trying to figure out where the hell this statue came from.
I thought it had to be XM because they don't ship to the US. I follow them on Facebook. I thought I was aware of everything they're making, but this threw me for a loop. And so I go up to them and I'm like, what is that?
Just like that? Like, what is that?
Yes, just like that.
Yes, it was very Snidely Whiplash.
And they told me it was a statue by a company called Salt and Pepper.
Hmm?
And I've never heard of the Salt and Pepper Company. And so I asked for more details. And this is a gorgeously sculpted statue. I mean, it's got Spider Gwen with scales in her outfit, masked and unmasked portrait with a really good likeness of it's a comic. They change how they look all the time, but it has the Gwen Stacy hair braid and everything. A really intricately sculpted outfit. Little metallic paint on the shoes and lines on the side. Gorgeous pink paint. You could swap for mask on and mask off. And there's different hands because she's like pulling the mask down if you do mask off. And it comes with a tiny replica iPhone and headphones that you can plug in. So you can display masked or unmasked and with or without iPhone.
That's kind of cool.
It's a rose gold iPhone, too.
The cord is a little out of scale, but other than that, the phone looks cool.
Yeah. And on a base where it looks like she's atop a building, and they had it displayed next to, like, the Spider-Man quarter scale. She is perfectly quarter scale and looks great with it. And so I keep asking details, and it turns out this company, Salt and Pepper, is a company out of the Philippines who, I don't know if they're licensed or not, but I'm going to lean on not. But they make extraordinarily limited, low runs of Marvel statues and DC statues.
Huh.
There are only 60 of these Spider-Gwen statues made.
Whoa.
And they had 2 of them, one of which had a slight paint blemish, so I took the other one.
Oh, so what does something like this dent the old pocketbook to?
$1,100.
Wow.
Which was $100 less than I saw it selling for on eBay.
All right.
One with a broken leg was listed for $800.
Okay, well, it's an awesome looking statue. What do quarter scaled statues that we are sure are licensed usually run? You know, if we're getting it from like Sideshow.
This is my equation. The Sideshow ones have gotten up to $500.
Okay.
And that's really expensive in my mind. If you get something like a Hulk or something, you're at $700. But like the Spider-Man that this was displayed with is a $499 piece plus shipping. But then you look at XM, who is not licensed to sell in the States. And XM statues, you're lucky if you can get one for $800. And for the Phoenix, I paid more than I paid for Spider Gwen.
All right.
So with a limited of 60 pieces, being there in person to get it and not have to deal with an eBay seller, no sales tax, no shipping cost, I felt like this was one of those once-in-a-lifetime finds. If I walked away from that Spider Gwen, I was not going to see her again.
I think you made the right choice. I really do. I know it's a big dent, but man, that'd be hard to walk away from. I'm kind of glad I wasn't there.
Yeah, and I try to buy things at cons I can't just order on eBay. You know, it's got to be a bargain or it's got to be something special. And this, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, if that was a Sideshow item, there'd be no question that I would order it. And here it is. But it's a little bit of a gateway drug because Marjorie then found Salt and Pepper on Facebook.
I'm so sorry I've done this to myself.
Because this dealer gave me his card and said, you know, it's got to be imported from the Philippines. These are expensive. And I think they really thought I was wasting their time because I'm like, can you bring the statue out from behind the glass? Can you tell me who made the statue? Can you tell me how you got the statue?
If Sir has to ask, Sir cannot afford.
Well, I think they were shocked when I said, yes, wrap it up.
Nice.
And so they're like, oh, you're not just wasting our time. Okay. And so he gave me his card and he's like, they've got some more coming out. He started telling me they're doing a quarter scale Bane breaking Batman's back, which would just be enormous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sounds awesome. Thank God I don't collect DC. But on the Facebook group, I saw they had a Spider Ham. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay $1,100 for Spider Ham. But I asked this guy, because when we looked up the Facebook page, we saw Spider Ham. And so I asked the comic store, hey, do you have a Spider Ham? And he's like, no. So I got in contact with Salt and Pepper Statues. And I'm like, you got a Spider Ham? He had 3 left, not painted yet. These are all hand-painted items. $250.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Shipping from the Philippines was another $100, but I'll pay $250 for a really kick-ass Spider Ham. And now this guy knew I wasn't full of crap either, and he kind of let me in on their next project that hadn't been announced yet. Howard the Duck.
What?
Yep, I'm not kidding.
Are you sure this company wasn't created for you specifically? Like, they've just been, like, the last few months, like, when is he going to notice? Jimmy, get over here. You promised this guy would be all in on everything we did.
It's a big, elaborate plan made by Zemo.
Totally.
So, yes, I have actually paid the down payment. Howard the Duck is also only $250. And I'm like, yeah. The question wasn't if, the question was how many. I'm not all in on Salt and Pepper Statues. I mean, if you follow their Facebook page, they're doing some big things. They're talking about, and I don't know if this is a quarter scale, but I think so, because that's all they're doing. The entire Fantastic Four in a massive diorama that would make that, like, rotating Avengers statue we saw in San Diego look small.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did that ever go for sale? I don't think so.
If Sir had to look for it online, Sir was not getting it. It's like with that $18,000 Hulkbuster that, yeah, I could order one if I had $18,000.
So I wonder how they get away with this. Is it just the fact that they're in the Philippines and are untouchable over there, or?
I don't think they're untouchable. They have a Facebook page, but they keep a low profile. Well, they have 7,000 likes, so It's not that low. So, Marvelicious Toys listeners, you are getting an insight here into something that maybe they're going to be shut down. Maybe they're licensed. I cannot say that I know for a fact they aren't. What I can say is that their quality seems higher than Sideshow.
Wow.
I never felt Spider Gwen was going to fall over.
Just as a little bit of a rabbit hole aside here, I've been going down their Facebook page, and I got to a 3D model of Supergirl statue that they're getting ready to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's already done. It's from way back in October, and it's Supergirl taking her shirt off to reveal her costume underneath. But one of the pictures is a side view, and it looks like she's giving herself a breast exam. It's actually kind of saucy.
Hey, Peter, breast exams, Channel 5!
Damn it, man. Can't you at least pretend like we can't hear each other through the walls?
I see the angle you're referring to, but I don't think if it were actually 3D, it would look that way.
Now, there's other angles revealing that that's not what she's doing. She's got just her hands on either side of her shirt, but...
Yeah, it does look like she's giving herself a breast exam.
Now, the full-size statues, of course, are more expensive, but I do think I might have overpaid a little for Spider Gwen because I did buy it through that other company. But when I talked to a contact at Salt and Pepper, they were all out of Spider Gwen. So it's not like I could have gotten it cheaper from them.
Yeah, and it's not like you can really beat yourself up as it's something you didn't know existed before then. It's not like you passed on it and then you're paying a premium for waiting.
But it looks like they're doing some really cool stuff there. And they're going to do stuff that Marvel won't let other people make.
Maybe you'll get your man thing.
I mean, Spider-Ham, but on their Facebook page, we got this Magneto in a nice killer throne.
They seem to like to do thrones. There's like a whole DC line of thrones.
But yeah, being able to do X-Men and do Howard the Duck, do these characters that Marvel and Disney have basically said you can't do. They got a Wolverine Hulk up on their page.
Well, I'm moving to the Philippines because I apparently can't even take pictures of figures that came out in stores without getting in trouble by Marvel and Disney.
Ooh, and scrolling way down, there's a Spider-Man 2099 on the way. Oh my god, I'm so in with this company. Yeah, so this is like my new secret company. Like with XM, I'm not all in on XM because I just can't afford to be, but I pick up one here and there. XM recently revealed a Carnage that looks really awesome and a Black Cat that's hitting me where I live. But same with Salt and Pepper. I can't keep up with all the big statues they're doing, and shipping from the Philippines is over $100 for a tiny statue.
Yeah.
But it's so awesome.
Yeah, that's some really cool stuff.
And it also hits me because it's so rare. You know, it's like, it's not like I could pick it up later. It's something that's really like the boutique items. Like when we talk about that giant Avengers statue or that $17,000 Hulkbuster, that's not a mass market item. And these really aren't mass market items. They're custom statues made for a very small group of people. And I don't know, that appeals to the collector in me.
Yeah, I can see the allure, definitely.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Marvelicious Toys with more collecting news and reviews at marvelicioustoys.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, make mine Marvelicious.